Editorial. Pray, Pray, Pray by Pavel Goia. Pavel Goia, D.Min, is the editor of Ministry. Pray without ceasing. In other words, pray all the time. Really? Prayer is the breath of the soul, or pray like you breathe. Really? Can we, busy shepherds, really do that? When, where, and how? Pray. When? Jesus had a specific dedicated time when he went to pray. Quote, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place, where he prayed. End quote. Nothing could touch or change that time. This was when Jesus presented his plans before God and received his power from God. Like Isaiah, Jesus could say, quote, He wakens me morning by morning, wakens my ear to listen like one being instructed. End quote. Pray where? Jesus had a specific dedicated place where he went to pray. As Mark said, he, quote, went off to a solitary place. End quote. Let's face it, the bed is not the best place for prayer and study. Bed, quote, smells, end quote, like sleep. After you wake up, get up. We need to have a place set aside for communion with God, a holy place, an upper room that we know is set aside for communion with God. Quote, but when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray. End quote. Pray how? Jesus had a specific dedicated way that he prayed. In John chapter 17, Matthew 26, and other places, we see Jesus praying out loud. His disciples heard him praying. This is how they were able to write about his prayer. Him praying out loud is also why they asked him to teach them how to pray. When you pray in your mind, your brain can easily lose focus and wander, or your prayer could become routine. Pray like you're having a real conversation with God. Jesus prayed genuinely, but not generally. He prayed for Peter about a specific problem. He prayed for the sick about specific situations. If you want a specific answer, present a specific request. Pray specifically. Our son, Avidju, purchased a house at an extremely low price, but the house was small and in poor shape. He had to remodel and expand it to accommodate his family's needs. However, prices had gone up considerably. In our conversations, he mentioned repeatedly that he would most likely not be able to complete the work due to lack of finances. I asked Avidju to present his needs before God. I told him God cares for our every need. He told me he has prayed about the house, generally. I asked him to pray again, specifically. Present one need at a time. Don't pray today for what you need tomorrow or next month. Pray today for what you need today. Gather today's manna for today's need, and tomorrow's for tomorrow. He started praying specifically to find a team to dig the hole for the foundation of the house. Then he began searching. However, all teams he contacted were scheduled months in advance, and they all charged somewhere between $18,000 and $22,000. Eventually, he managed to negotiate with one team to lower the price to $16,000 and come the following week. The leader of the team came, but the heavy machinery did not show up. After waiting all morning, he lost his patience, said he couldn't come back for 3 months, then left. Our son was devastated. He didn't have any solution. Finally, Avidju asked God specifically for a team to dig a hole fast and at a good price. As he finished his prayer, his next-door neighbor approached. Quote, how are you doing? End quote, asked the neighbor. Quote, I'm okay, just looking for a team to dig the hole for the foundation. End quote. Quote, well, I have a team digging the hole up for my house right now. Ask them. Maybe they can do yours too." End quote. Aviju obeyed instantly. The team leader said, quote, "Well, since we're already here, with our heavy equipment, I guess as soon as we finish here, we can come and do your job." End quote. Quote, "Can you come and give an estimate?" End quote, asked Aviju. Upon looking, the team leader said, quote, "I will do it for $2,500. End quote. Oh, what joy! Aviju saw that God had been preparing to answer him. God was just waiting for Aviju to pray. Pray always. Evangelist Oswald Chambers is known to have said, quote, "Prayer does not fit us for the greater works. Prayer is the greater work." End quote. We have heard, taught, and preached about prayer. But, Pastor, how is your prayer life? When we take care of the when, the where, and the how, we will pray the way we breathe, without ceasing. I dare you to try it. For bibliographical and biblical references on this article, and for much more content for pastors and church leaders, please visit ministrymagazine.org.